Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at FreshBooks. Go to freshbooks.com/Arel. In the How Did You Hear About Us section, put The Art of Likeability. You'll get 30 free days of their awesome invoicing, expense tracking, and get paid faster software.
What's going on, Art of Likeability family? Arel Moody here, your host of The Art of Likeability. This is a podcast that you listen to when you want to grow 6 more inches and or jump 10 more inches because you have dreams of being an NBA player. And if you were just taller and it could jump higher, all your problems would be solved. So you listen to this podcast so that you can get taller, which is only humanly possible if you get stilts and jump on a trampoline. Other than that, this podcast will help you better connect with people and help you build deeper relationships with the people that matter most to you. Because without relationships, what do you really have? I mean, really, think about it, right? So the Art of Likeability, our whole goal with this podcast is to make sure you can connect better with people. You can grow your business by building deep relationships. You can sell more if that's what you want. You can have more meaningful romantic relationships, friendship relationships. I mean, what is more? Think about it. What is more important in relationships? If you got $1 million and you all happy and stuff, but you got no one in your life, are you happy? Now you're not happy. You're sad. You're lonely. You go to sleep at night sleeping on ostrich skin beds and hippo pillow sheets, and you're killing endangered animals because you got money and you don't know what to do with it because you don't have friends to tell you it's horrible to kill endangered species for clothing and mattress dressings. So what I want you to do is focus on the most important thing in your life, which is relationships. So I have a challenge for you this week, okay? A little different. What I was thinking about it, I was like, this is a really good challenge to give, and I want to give it to you because you're my listener and I care about you. So here's a challenge, okay? I want you to find someone this week that you can help with no agenda. Someone who literally there is nothing you are going to gain by helping them. Don't be like, all right, well, I'm going to help my boss out because if he sees that I'm really nice and kind, he's going to give me that raise I've been looking for. No, people. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to reach out to my best client and I'm gonna do something real nice for them because maybe they're going to work and hire me again. No, that's not what we're talking about, okay? What we're talking about is helping someone with no agenda. Find someone to just be of service to, help them. Find out maybe something that they need and give it to them just for the sake of doing it, right? You don't have to be anonymous. You can let them know it was you. But I want you to get in this habit of just giving for the sake of giving. Just building a relationship. Believe it or not, our friends, our really good friends, are the ones that we feel like are helping us and they have no hidden agenda. Think about a time, if you can, when someone really who you care about, someone who means something a lot to you, they did something for you. Maybe they brought you some chicken soup because you were sick. Maybe they sent you a gift about something that was just like the most perfect gift, just a random time. There was no holiday, no birthday. It's just they saw it, they thought of you, and they said, this is something that you would need. And they got it for you. It's beautiful. Now, what happens with our day-to-day life is we get caught up. We get caught up in things like, I got to pay these bills. I got to set these goals. I got to lift these weights. I got to get my, clothes. You get so caught up in living your own life that you forget what's most important, which is relationships. So I want you to find someone as this challenge. Figure out how to do something incredibly nice, incredibly thoughtful, with no agenda. No secret hidden. I want this person to owe me. I want this to, get me X or get me Y. You're doing it just because you're like, I care. It's the right thing to do. Now, you can look anywhere for this. I mean, it could be a boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be husband, wife. It could be best friend. I think it would be awesome, if you did it for someone maybe that you really care for, but you just haven't spoken to them. You haven't spoken to them in a long time. And you want to just let them know, like, hey, I miss you. And I got you this set of checkers that were carved from bottle cap shavings. I don't know if that's a real thing, by the way, but if you got me that, I'd be like, that's impressive. And you can have some fun with it. Like have more fun in life. A lot of times we get so caught up in our professional and business endeavors that we forget that we should have some fun. So, maybe go on social media, do a little digging, find out what they need, maybe contact their significant other or their friend or, someone in their life and say, yo, what's something that this person's been talking about lately that I could give them or provide for them or help them with? And maybe it's just calling someone and saying, hey, I just wanted to talk to you and see how you're doing. No, have no like agenda for the phone call. No like, hey, I'm calling you to, discuss X, Y, or Z. Just saying, hey, I was just calling because I just, wanted to check in on you. If you're gonna do the phone call, what's actually cool is a cool question. You can ask someone, how are you? And they're always gonna be like, good. And you go, how are you really doing? It's actually a really good follow-up question because either people will be like, nah, I'm good. Why? Or they'll be like, oh man, I'm so glad you asked. I've been dealing with this deep emotional hole in my stomach and I have no one to talk to about it. This is the first time I feel emotionally safe. I owe you so much for knowing how to add the word really to that question. So you say, how are you? And then, how are you really doing? It really opens up dialogue. It opens up real communication. Sometimes recently I called a friend of mine that is a very dear friend of mine, but I haven't spoken to him in a long time. And I just said, how's everything going? What are you working on? And then, generic kind of surface level. And I was like, cool, man. But how you really doing? How's anything else? And just pause, let them open up. You can find a gift, if you got a little extra pesos because you've been saving up your dollars. Maybe just send someone a surprise. Like, hey, I saw this. I thought of you. I thought you'd love it. Go to Amazon. There's everything on Amazon. I mean, good Lord. There's actually a really cool website. I actually like this website a lot. It's called VAT19, V as in Victor, AT19.com. It's a really cool site that's got tons of ridiculous stuff like 5-pound gummy bears and, crazy stuff like that. So it's actually a really cool place to get gifts for people that are maybe hard to get gifts for. So like getting someone really funky or cool, they'd really appreciate it. Maybe you want to give them a gift. Maybe they're an entrepreneur and you're like, hey, you know what you really need? What you really need is some FreshBooks in your life. As you know, FreshBooks is a partner of ours. Maybe you have an entrepreneur that's freaking out about their invoicing, freaking about keeping track of their receipts and all that crazy stuff. So you say, look, I've listened to this podcast. Aurel's been talking about FreshBooks. You're an entrepreneur. Listen, I got you. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to gift you a year of FreshBooks. I got 30 days for free. I got you. And you get those 30 days by going to freshbooks.com/Aurel. In the How Did You Hear About Us section, you put the Art of Likeability podcast, and you get 30 days. And you can track your invoices, you can send bills, you can get paid, you can keep track of your accounting. So if you have someone who's an entrepreneur friend who is miserable at keeping themselves organized, that would be a really great gift to give. Just think about ways to help people. Think about what is it that you care about? What is it that you want to create? And I bet you, whatever that is, it comes down to relationships. I mean, think about it. Seriously, what is more important in relationships? What's more important, the relationship you have with yourself, with your friends, your family? Maybe you should call up a family member, right? Maybe you got an aunt or your mom or your dad or a grandparent that you haven't really spoken to. And you just call them up to be like, hey, listen, I'm just calling to let you know I love you. I want you to know I care about you. And tell them why. Don't just say the words. Tell them why and just say, that's it. Just calling to let you know. Hang up the phone. Who cares? Who cares if they're like, this is outside of the norm? You are taking the Art of Likeability relationship building challenge, okay? Maybe there's a coworker. Nobody ever eats with them because their breath is fiery. You sit down with them, hold your nose, breathe through your mouth, okay? You'll be fine. Do something, go out of your way to help someone with no hidden agenda. Just a positive act of kindness, something that just is going to make someone's life better and give hope in humanity. I kid you not, this exercise alone is really powerful because it can give hope to someone. I mean, think about yourself, if you think about when was the last time someone just for no agenda, no reason, did something nice for you. Unfortunately, it's probably rare and far and in between. So I want to encourage you to push past that rareness in your life and give it to others. Sometimes what we need the most is what we just need to give. So I want to encourage you to take this challenge. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to step number one is I want you to think about someone. Who in your life do you care about that you could do a act of kindness to give to them with no agenda. Okay, so I want you to think about, like, literally do it right now. Like, think about someone. Like, go to your mental Rolodex and go, who's in my life? Who have I not necessarily been giving to the most and I should because they're important? Or maybe someone who, going through a tough time, maybe could use a little love in their life of some sorts. All right, got the person? Good. Okay, now that you got the person, I want you to think, A, what's something you could give them, like a gift, right? And if you don't know what kind of gift to give them, jump onto social media and see if you can like figure out something they're interested in based on their recent social media posts, okay? If that doesn't work, you can call someone who's close to them, a friend, family member, and ask them, hey, are they really into anything right now? What are they most interested in? And then you can give that gift. Or you can make something. I don't know. You can make a friendship poem. I don't know. Be creative, people. I can't spoon feed you everything. All right. Yeah, come up with something. And if you're like, but Arel, I don't have all that money, then just maybe give them a call and say, hey, I just wanted to set up a time to chat and catch up. Or even better, invite them out to like pizza or invite them out to, get some froyo. Be like, yo, what you doing Wednesday night? You want to get some froyo? Catch up on our dreams, ambitions, and life goals. And then be like, just talk about deepness in life. I feel like those are the greatest conversations. Like, what's really happening? What's going inside? What are you thinking about? What matters most to you? When you're not thinking about day-to-day stuff, where does your mind wander to? What kind of books have been changing the way you see the world? And by the way, like start having those kind of conversations with people. It's actually really cool. If you don't have people to have conversations like that with, maybe you should find them, okay? You can go to a lot of places. You can go to meetups. You can go to landmark forums. Those got tons of awesome people in there. You can go to networking events, chamber of commerce, whatever. Find people who are doing cool things. Like, honestly, if you're someone who's like, man, my life is boring, that's your fault, man. We got the internet. If you're bored or all you're doing is consuming content, but you're not creating any content, that's your fault. Step outside of your comfort zone. Start giving. You're going to enjoy life way more. I promise you. You're going to be like, man, what was I doing? And it's actually fun, like actually the act of giving, like really putting together a gift with no agenda for someone and giving to them. It's going to feel really good. You're going to be excited. You're going to be anticipating like, oh, when are they going to get it? I hope that they like it. And most people will. They'll appreciate it. And even if they don't respond like greatly appreciative, the whole goal is to give and be detached to the outcome. There's an idea I love about you're being fully committed but detached from the results. So like your actions and your processes, you're fully committed to, but you are detached from the results. That's the kind of thinking that I think is going to be, it's what makes someone really successful. Fully committed, detached from the results. So you're going to give to someone with no agenda, someone in your life that could use it, someone that you should be showing love to that you haven't, maybe sending, a loved one some flowers. Maybe they love flowers, so you send them some special flowers at work just because. No agenda, no reason. And please don't tell them, the only reason why I gave you those flowers is because I listen to this podcast once a week called The Art of Likeability, and this dude named Arel Moody told me to give it to you. No, man, if you say that, I'm going to find you. I'm going to kick you in your shins with cleats on. You're not going to like it. It's going to hurt really, really bad. If you ever played soccer and someone hit you with cleats and you didn't have shin guards on, it's painful. So let's not inflict that kind of pain. So don't let them say you're doing it because of me. Just do it because you want to do it. Restore the faith in humanity. The world needs love right now. Why not you be a warrior and soldier of giving love? I think it's a great idea. So listen, y'all, let me know. Seriously, like, I'm going to say this, like, I'm getting a little angry at some of y'all. Can I keep it 100 with y'all? I'm out here giving y'all podcasts every week. I'm out here breaking. You don't even realize I'm in a hotel right now. There's pillows surrounding me. You should see the studios. I travel. I give speaking engagements. If you want me to come and speak to your organization, by the way, about likability skills, I do it quite frequently. So please let me know. But I'm out here doing speaking engagements, traveling around the country. I'm doing episodes in the craziest. I swear I wish this was a video podcast so you can see how I have this mountain of pillows around me in my hotel room with my microphone set up, recording these episodes to give to you. And y'all sitting out here just absorbing this content, building great relationships. How do I know what's happening? How would I know? Do I know? Do you think I'm walking around looking? No, I'm not. You know how I know? By iTunes reviews. Let me know, baby. You like, yo, I like it. It's going well. Or you like, nah, this is boring. Let me know. Hopefully it's 5 stars and you like it. Okay. So please do that. Hit me up on the Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. I'm out of here, y'all. Just remember, by the way, just thinking about impacting someone and doing without an agenda is not going to impact your life. It's not going to help you in any way. Actually doing it and implementing the information on this podcast, oh my Lord, you're going to build better relationships. And what's more important than relationships? Nothing. And what's more important than you, if you're getting value from this podcast, leaving a 5-star review? Nothing. Maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe your random act of kindness without an agenda is leaving me a 5-star review on iTunes. I'll gladly accept it, and I will be joyful when I read it. Get her done, baby. I'm out of here, y'all. Sending you a big old high five. Oh, by the way, send me, if you got any cool things, like if you did anything cool for someone, it was like really cool and it's like pictures, send it to me. Let me celebrate with you. I'd love it. At Arel Moody, ARELMOODIE. If you're not following me on social media, come on, son. Get your act together. Hit a brother up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm pretty active. I'm out of here, y'all. Sending you a big old high five. You are awesome.